What's going on, everybody? What if I told you that this new remote actually went with a whole new suite of 2.0 Ape Labs products? Are you excited? I know I am. We're going to talk about the Maxi, the Mini, and the Can 2.0, new for 22 and for the future. Let's talk about it. I'm excited. We're going to do it right now. What's going on, everybody? Justin Schwartz here, coming to you from Ape Labs USA, and I have very special product in front of me because we're here to do a product launch and to talk to you for the first time about the all-new Ape Labs Maxi Can and Mini 2.0, and we're going to go through all of the lights. We're going to go through the differences, why the 2.0 is better, is more refined, why you should be excited, and really we're going to dive into it and talk about everything that you want to know. So before we do that, make sure you're checking us out at thedjsguru.com, and also check us out at djsuppliestore.com, where you're going to find all of these products ready for purchase and at great pricing. So check us out at the DJs Guru and djsuppliestore.com. Now, we're going to go through the Maxi first. So, first of all, the first big thing you got to notice is, holy cow, you got no chrome here. No chrome. You now have a flat, matte, beautiful black finish and what they're calling cream white finish. It is so sexy, as you saw in some of the B-roll earlier. But this design, if you get a closer look of it, is incredible. I'm going to go through some of the differences with you, but I want you just to get an in-close look. You still have the simple operation. You still have the simple input for the battery, charging. Great design, still slim, square, small, super lightweight. And if you want to see it, right next to the old one, I got the old one right here. So you can see these right next to each other. As far as the size, I mean, almost identical in size. The weight is very similar, but you'll see some major refinements as far as the look, as far as the connections between the metal, and some things that we're going to go through in just a bit. All right, everybody, so let's talk a little bit about the new Maxi 2.0 and what makes it different. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the LED diodes. Now, these are still 3 15-watt LED diodes. However, they made them much more efficiency with new technology, which is making them brighter than your previous model. And as far as the LED color range, what they did was they actually created a new color to build into this LED diode spectrum. So previously, the old Maxi was RGBW, and RGBW gives you the ability to make pretty much every color in the spectrum. However, there were some people and some situations where the amber wasn't exactly perfect, and although it was passable, it wasn't perfect. And then a lot of requests for lime green, a lot of requests for candlelight color is becoming extremely popular. So Ape Labs actually went to DJs and DJ companies. They literally looked into their DMX profiles and their DMX software to see the colors that the DJs and mobile entertainers out there are creating, and they actually built them into this light. So you now have a true amber. It's amazing compared to the old one. The old one was great, but this new amber is incredible. We did candlelight. I showed you in the B-roll of an actual candle, literally the same color. That is such a popular color nowadays, especially if you're in a rustic type situation like a barn style wedding or event, anything like that. These new color schemes are going to be really, really, really helpful for event professionals. Now, these are now IP rated officially. And really, the main thing that they had to do was, and if you look at the old one, the major problem, oh, it turned on. The major problem with, I don't want to say it's a major problem, but the problem that allowed this to not be considered IP was the fact that there was openings here where the metal connects. So although it was aluminum always very resistant to corrosion, you still had the ability for water and dust and particles to get inside there. And that's not IP rated. To be truly IP rated, it has to be a complete barrier so that nothing, including dust or water or any type of particles, can get in there. These are now made with a powder-coated aluminum. That's just how they get the black. So there's no worries about scratching or anything like that. It's very, very well made as far as the paint on here. It's not paint, it's powder-coated. And now you have these rubber bumpers that are built around the light. So number one, they act as a protection for the light. God forbid you do drop them. The other thing is that they now keep out all of the elements. So this is what gives you the IP rating on these. The last thing I want to kind of point out, other than the colors, the design, and if you look real close, there's still a little flare at the top of this, right? They got rid of the, you know, the fun, unique purplish blue on the front, but they still have, you know, it's much more refined, but they still have that Ape Labs character built into the light, and I know people really love that about the brand. So just to show you that as well. And then the last thing is that one of the things that were not great about the old Maxi was the yoke. And most people just basically put them flat. And the yoke pretty much was there if you wanted to use it as a wash light, hang it up, point it down, whatever you wanted to do. But truthfully, from what I saw and the customers that we've worked with, they didn't really use it a lot. So the other thing that they did was, like we said, the old bracket of the old version was not that great. So what they did was they actually changed up the bracket here where it actually very simplistically has an angle on it. So now you have the ability to actually put these on the floor and use this as a way of angling it. So it's not necessarily a kickstand, although it can be used as a kickstand. It's just the design of the yoke, which allows you to use it in that way. And then it still has your hole in the back in case you do want to mount it. So it's a multi-purpose type of a yoke, which is really smart. As soon as I saw it, it made sense. And you know, just like all the other Ape Labs products and why I love them, it made sense. So this light, old Maxi, 20 built-in colors. This is going to have almost 40. So this built into it has more additional colors, all the different new colors that we talked about before, plus a whole slew of others. And the other thing that I thought was really cool that you should know about is that if you didn't have a remote, and I've been in this situation, luckily I was at home, but I realized I couldn't find my remote. And if you don't have the remote, unfortunately this light is really just going to revert back to the last mode that it was in, and you had no other way to control it because there was no onboard control with this at all. It just basically has one button, and the one button was on off. What they've done is they still have the one button on the new version, but by utilizing a certain clicking system, you can actually access the built-in color macros and effects from the light itself. So if you are to forget your remote or whatever the case may be, you're able to at least access the color macros in there, which is going to allow you to change up the colors and do things. God forbid you lose your remote. I always recommend everybody, if you're not using the W app, buy an extra remote or two. You never know. I've lost them before. Definitely makes a lot of sense. And this new remote is really cool, I got to tell you. Really, really cool. So, of course, Other questions that you might have. Do the old Maxis work with the new Maxis? Yes, they do. Does the old remote work with the new Maxis? Yes, it does. Does the new remote work with the old Maxis? Yes, it does. And they talk to all of the other lights, so if you have older lights and you're looking to buy some newer ones, you definitely can mix them together. And there's going to be a difference in the way that they look, obviously, in different color schematics, but don't be afraid to think that you can't buy both. You definitely can, just be more careful about the way you place them. But as far as them synchronizing together, nothing new that you have to buy, no adapter, no anything like that. The great thing about Ape Labs is they're always thinking of the customer, and they're making sure that whatever you have from the past can still continue to work with you. And now they've made this great new refined version, and now you have this to really build with on the future. So if you've never owned Ape Labs before, for whatever the reasons that we just spoke about, they answered all the questions, they solved all the problems. And when you see the new app and the new software combined with this new light and all the new cool things that you're going to be able to do, we're going to come back at a later date with all that stuff. You're going to be excited. So very, very excited about this. It's like the Ape Labs Maxi went to charm school. That's what it's like. So anyway, if you have any questions on these, we're going to be answering questions, of course, as always. At the bottom, drop your comments below. If you have any, if you want to purchase these, make sure you contact us at the DJs Guru or go to djsupplystore.com and you can pick them up. Use promo code SAVE. Use promo code SAVE for special pricing. And thank you everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. We're excited about the new Maxi. Are you? They'll be available at all your local retailers soon, of course, from us. So make sure you reach out and let us know we can help you. Thank you so much, everyone, again, for watching. We hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed making it. As I always like to say, we'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye, everyone.